Okay, so we're here for our first podcast for the Madden Simulation Inspiration channel. I'm MSI, and I'm just going to be having some podcasts here and there. It might be weekly, it might be every day, sometimes it might be every couple days. It just depends on my availability, my busyness, because I do have a job and different things, other things that I have to do. So this isn't my full time gig. So you guys, hopefully you guys have enjoyed the simulations that are up on the channel. Spent a lot of time really working on making these players be accurate to how they actually played. So starting tomorrow after the Super Bowl on Monday, I'm going to be doing a 17-week full week of full schedule of games, and followed by a Super Bowl playoffs and Super Bowl. So that'll be interesting for those of you who are going to be jonesing for a football fix after this NFL season's over. So I wanted to talk a little bit about the Super Bowl, the big game today, what my thoughts are on the game and who I think is going to win. And yeah, so I'll get right into that. So my thinking is I'm leaning towards the Chiefs, and it's mainly obviously because of Patrick Mahomes. And I also, even though I was rooting against them for both games in the playoffs, I kind of had this feeling that they were going to win, and I kind of have that same feeling today once again. And one of the big reasons why I thought they were going to do well in the playoffs is because they had a new incentive, right? They're a great team. They're going to obviously be a dynasty team. They already are. And Mahomes is going to be around for a while yet. But the thing that was different this playoffs is that they'd never really gone through one on the road. They've always done it at home. So that was the big narrative. So I think that really kind of gave him and the rest of the team some strong motivation. And yeah, and he just persevered through. And I think he's got the same motivation even in the Super Bowl if you think about it, because if they lose, then people are going to say, oh, the fact that they had to play on the road, it took a little bit too much out of them. They didn't have anything left for the Super Bowl, blah, blah, blah. Those kind of narratives are going to come about. So that's one factor. Another factor that I'd have to put out there is the adversity that he's had to face this week with some issues regarding his father. So from what I've seen in the past, Brett Favre being a great example of it when he um, lost his father prior to that Monday night game against the Raiders. He probably had the game of his life. Torrey Smith, I can't remember exactly who he lost, but he lost someone very close to him. And he had the game of his life for the Ravens years back. And I think this is going to be similar for Mahomes. There's something about when adversity comes, your focus is stronger. You're not worried about the small things, you're not worried about the small details. You're just focused and keyed in. And he's got a lot of motivation. So I think he's going to overcome it and all the noise, and he's just going to focus in and win despite it all. So that being said, um, I don't know anything. I don't know everything that's going to happen. I could be completely wrong, and the Niners totally could win. For the Niners to win, they got to win by multiple scores. If it's a close game, Chiefs win. Mahomes is in that Brady Elway um, level where you don't want to be in a close game against them. Montana, obviously, you don't want to be in a close game against them because if it is close, they'll figure out a way to win if they have the ball last. So I think the Niners really got to take it to them. Best blueprint for beating the Chiefs was years ago when the Bucks beat them in the Super Bowl. Um, their defense was hoarding, hounding Mahomes, didn't let him get rolling, didn't let him get started. They made sure to score touchdowns when they had the ball. Very important against the Chiefs as well. You can't be kicking field goals. You got to be ahead by quite a bit. If it's tight, Mahomes is usually going to figure it out. Even the year prior to that, when Brady um, beat Mahomes in the playoffs, it was that one call that really made it happen because the Patriots were stopped, but they had the offsides call and they went on to win. So yeah, that's my take on the Super Bowl. I think the Niners obviously they have a strong enough defense. Brock Purdy's playing well enough to win. He's got Debo in there. I think that he's got enough. They definitely have enough to win. We'll see what happens. Obviously, I gave you my leaning, and it's not because I'm a Chiefs fan per se at all. I actually would like to see the Niners win. I like seeing new teams win. And although the Niners were spoiled back in the 90s, it's been quite a while now since they've won one. So that's my take on the Super Bowl. Also, again, look out for the simulation starting on Monday, and I'll do a poll to see who you guys think is going to win that. So it'll be interesting to see. And I think every team's got a shot because I made the teams pretty strong for each franchise and used their best players. So see how it goes. And see you guys back online for a podcast again. Enjoy the game and take care.